Sudden cardiac death is an unexpected and tragic event that shocks the world, especially when it involves a public figure or athlete. Cheick Tiote was just 30 years old when the talented Côte d'Ivoire midfielder collapsed and died in Beijing. The news reverberated around the globe and touched millions and millions of football fans.
To an extent, sport is like an escape from reality where for those 90 minutes you get lost in your whole team. So now when reality comes like death, that's when it shakes you that, we're not immortal as we think we are.
Mamelodi Sundowns are one of the few clubs introducing screening tests before acquiring players, and as head biokineticist Stuart McGregor says, often existing conditions are covered up or not revealed due to the payday the player and his representatives may miss out on should they fail the medical.
Because of the lucrative deals that are on hand for some of the players, if there's a slight issue that's picked up in a screening test, an agent or someone involved can sometimes maybe cover it up because of the amount of money that's on offer. So that can also be a deterrent.
In Europe, players tend to come through academy systems where rigorous tests are done to establish the condition of the heart and combined with sports science to plot an effective training regime for each individual athlete. While in Africa, young talented footballers don't always have that luxury.
It's rare where African players grew up in an academy setup where all these tests are done to find out what conditions do you have and how to treat it. It's a sensitive thing that I think more should be done, for awareness and also to try and ensure that it doesn't happen, because it looks like now it's happening quite often.
McGregor feels that more can be done to implement screening tests for clubs, but that in itself is difficult due to the cost involved, and with the amount spent on players, he believes clubs should be more thorough to safeguard the future of their stars. But it isn't a simple process that can be introduced overnight.
In essence, the club is making an investment to a player, and are you going to risk paying a little bit less and not knowing exactly what you get, or you want to pay that a little bit extra and then be a bit more satisfied with your investment? So ideally, you need an association to really make it compulsory, to really eradicate any of these things happening again, but that's in a perfect world.
Cheick Tiote has become the 56th footballer to succumb to what is known as SCD, which is often caused by hypertrophic cardiomyopathy or congenital coronary artery anomalies. But until more is done by clubs at academy level to screen for these heart conditions, the alarming trend won't completely be eradicated. More can be done to prevent talented footballers from leaving the playing pitch long before their time. Sias, Plessis, CGTN, Johannesburg.